did your child become a criminal to be a hero? My 17-year-old son Brayden got arrested for arson after setting fire to the bathroom during his senior prom. The police officer's voice was shaking with rage when he called me. Mrs. Walker, you need to come here immediately. Your son Brayden has set fire to the country club bathroom and 3 students are being treated for smoke inhalation. I threw on my shoes and raced to the club. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely grip the steering wheel. Brayden had never done anything remotely bad in his entire life, so I thought he had a mental breakdown or somebody forced him to do it. But that didn't make any sense. When I arrived, I found Brayden sitting in the back of a police car covered in soot and ash. His rented tux was ruined and he had burn marks on his hands, but his jaw was set firmly. Brayden, what happened? I asked through the window. I had to do it, Mom, and I'm not sorry. The fire chief showed me the security footage on his phone. The video showed Brayden walking into the bathroom alone, and then 3 minutes later he came running out with thick smoke pouring out behind him. They found a lighter in his pocket when they searched him. Your son could have killed someone with this stunt. He asked if Brayden had any history of starting fires or violence. All I could do was cry and say this had to be some horrible mistake. My son would never hurt anyone on purpose. The other parents were calling him a monster and demanding that he be tried as an adult for attempted murder. The other kids were looking at him like he was some kind of terrorist who had tried to burn them alive. Brayden, I need you to explain what happened, I said quietly. Why would you do something so dangerous? He looked up at me with those serious green eyes that reminded me of his father before he died. Mom, they were going to hurt someone really bad. The detective stepped forward with his notepad. We need to know exactly what you mean by that, young man. You're facing felony arson charges here. Brayden's hands started shaking, but his voice was steady. There were 3 guys in the bathroom. They were talking about how they were going to jump Robin, the trans girl in our grade. They had scissors and zip ties, Mom. They were laughing about what they were going to do to her. My blood went cold as Brayden continued talking faster. They said they were going to wait until she came to use the bathroom. Then they were going to drag her into the handicapped stall. They wanted to cut her dress off with the scissors while filming everything on their phones. Brayden's eyes started to well up, but he pushed forward. One of them kept saying, I bet that thing between its legs is tiny. And another one said, I can't wait to see if it screams like a boy or a girl when we heard it. The detective was frantically writing everything down. Brayden's voice cracked. The worst thing they said was, after we expose what it really is, maybe it will finally end its life properly this time. I felt my stomach turn. The other parents had gone completely silent now. Robin tried to kill herself last year, Mom. Her parents kicked her out for being trans and she has been living with her grandmother. She finally seems happy and she was so excited about prom. She kept posting about her dress and her girlfriend making her feel beautiful for the first time. I couldn't let them take that away from her. The detective pulled out his radio and started barking orders to find the 3 boys. Brayden kept talking like a dam had burst. I thought about calling for help, but that bathroom is way down the hall from the main ballroom. I was afraid that by the time anyone got there, it would already be too late. I thought about warning Robin, but I didn't know where she was. I thought about fighting them, but there were 3 of them, and they had weapons. His voice dropped to almost a whisper. So I lit the trash can on fire. I knew the smoke would set off the alarms and everyone would have to leave. I knew it would ruin prom, but at least Robin would be safe. The detective's radio crackled to life. We found them, sir. They were trying to leave. Within minutes, the 3 boys were brought over in handcuffs, screaming about how they were just joking around. The 3 boys were expelled and charged as adults for conspiracy to commit a hate crime, and Brayden's charges were dropped.